WP-Get Web Dev Tutorials for all user levels. Hey guys, I was watching a video over here by this guy here at Digital Ambition, an absolute guru. His videos are next level if you just want to have a look at them. He tends to focus more on bricks, oxygen sort of stuff. And I wanted to see if I could recreate one of these videos here that he's done, which is how to create a simple toggle-based overlay header in Bricks Builder. Now, I use Bricks, but I also use Elementor and JetEngine. Now, this video talks about using MetaBox to add a radio button to your page, and you toggle whether you want an overlay header on or off. So what I wanted to do is recreate that using Elementor and JetEngine just to see if we could. So let's have a quick look at that. So here's my starter page that I'm working on, and as you can see we've got a bit of an admin bar over the top of it, but we've got on the home page here I've got a overlay header, or also called a transparent header. So I can see the background image here of the hero behind the header. Now if I go to my pages, do a quick edit, and I turn off my overlay. So I turn off my overlay header, and now I don't have an overlay header. I've got the actual page background color in front of it. So it's as simple as that. So if I want the overlay, say for example on this blocks page, I don't have a background image, so it's probably a bad one to show you. Let's go back to the home. At the moment there's no overlay. Go simply into my page settings, say yes, I do want that to be an overlay, refresh my page, and now I have an overlay header. Now, Bricks deals with dynamic tags very differently to what Elementor does. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do this. First of all, let's have a look at creating the this switch here, the overlay header switch. So I'm using JetEngine for that, and I'm using the meta boxes, and I've created a page attributes meta box. On that page attributes for pages and landing pages, I've added a single radio field with two options, yes or no, and no is checked by default. Now, there is another option here, which is really cool, which is this quick edit support. So you would have seen when I edited this page, I can select from the custom page attributes when I'm editing the page, yes or no, or I can go into the pages and go to my quick edit, and I see a yes or no button there as well. So that's what this little option here for quick edit support does. It's really simple. Simple meta box, radio type, yes or no option, no check by default, and then enable it for the quick edit. Really simple, right? Okay, now how do we get that to actually translate into whether it actually turns the header on or off? And this is where it's really cool. There's no JavaScript involved whatsoever here. It's just a very simple rule. I'm just going to show you that. So I'm just going to go to my theme builder, just edit that. Okay, so there's my header. I'm going to grab that header container, and the only thing I'm doing here is setting a attribute. So we're going to my advanced, going to my attributes. I've got a custom field, overlay header, which is the one I created here. So it's called in JetEngine, I've called that meta field overlay header. Okay, so I want to select my, actually let me get rid of this. I'm just going to grab something from here. I'm going to actually delete that. So to make this work, we go to attributes, and we select our dynamic data, and we want to go down to JetEngine, choose custom field. We want to select the pages meta field header overlay. In our advanced options, we want to have that as, so with, I'm going to zoom in a bit of that if I can. So with the Elementor attributes, the way they work is you put in the attribute name, in this case data overlay header, and then you put in a pipe symbol, and then your value. So by putting this in before the custom field value, it's going to put data overlay header pipe, whatever the value is, yes or no, in there. And then we have a fallback where we're saying the data overlay header is no. So if it hasn't been set on the page, it should actually be set anyway, but if it hasn't been set on the page, let's default that to no. All right, so it's as simple as that. Now I'm going to update that. And let's head over to the page. Okay, so on our home page at the moment, we've got the overlay header. So I'm going to have a look at that with the inspector and see what we've got here. Just zoom in a little bit so we can see that. So here's my header. It's a container, and we've got data overlay header equals yes. All right, let's go and edit this page. And we're going to set that to no. Update. View the page. Now we've got no overlay. If we look at our data overlay header now, it now says no. So that's what the custom attribute did. So all we got to do is make sure when we select that, we put in the name, a pipe, and then it'll add this value after it. And for the fallback, we put in the name, pipe, and then a default value of no. That's all we have to do there. All right, now, how does that actually work? Let's have a look at the code for it. So I'm using scripts organizer here, and I've got in my SCSS partials, I've got a layout. Okay, here's my header, and all I'm doing, and you can watch that video, the other video, which tells you exactly how it works with bricks, and it's the same deal here. So I'm targeting my main header. I'm doing this via ID because Elementor has a lot of overriding classes, so by making it an ID, it makes it more specific. And then I'm going main header. If it has data overlay header equals yes as an attribute, we're going to set the transparent background, position absolute, top left 0, width 100%, and give it a nice big Z index to put on top of everything. Okay, so that simple rule there is what's telling it to be an overlay. Very, very simple, right? So it is doable in Elementor. If you want to see the full tutorial from this, from the other one, I can't remember the guy's name, go and have a look at that, because that really goes into detail as to how these attributes work. But this is just how you would do it with Elementor and JetEngine. All right, thank you for that.